And welcome back to Saturday Report, everybody. I'm Rita Cosby. Russian President Vladimir Putin ordering a 36-hour ceasefire this weekend. It comes as Ukraine's President Zelensky is requesting even more financial aid and weapons to fight the war. Our correspondent Jim Lechner is in Kyiv with the very latest. Jim, fill us in, because obviously this is a very difficult phase it sounds like we're headed toward.
Well, that's right, Rita. Great to see you again from here in Kyiv this afternoon. Last week, the Russian Patriarch Kirill requested both sides observe a ceasefire over the Orthodox Christmas holiday. Russian President Vladimir Putin, as he said, ordered his forces to observe that ceasefire beginning at 12 o'clock yesterday. And over the last 24 hours, it is largely held. There are some unconfirmed reports of artillery exchanges along the front, but cities like Kyiv have enjoyed a welcome respite, where last week they were subjected to days on end, 3 days to 4 days of aerial assaults, which took a toll on the power infrastructure here. So this ceasefire has largely held, at least from the aerial attacks. Ukrainians here are very skeptical, though. They're skeptical of both the ceasefire and Russian President Putin's announcement that he was anxious to negotiate an end to the war here. This comes as the Russians prepare to continue their offensive operations along the south in the city of Kherson, where we were this week, but specifically focused on the siege of Bakhmut to the east. The Ukrainians feel like this is just a stalling tactic to allow them, the Russians, to prepare for greater effort. Back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. I know we're losing your signal. You're there in the middle of the heart of Ukraine. We so appreciate your great reporting in such a difficult situation. Thanks so much. And everybody, now let's bring in Ukrainian Member of Parliament, Kira Rudik. Kira, we were just seeing Jim there on the ground, and he said that a lot of people there in your country, understandably, are very, very cynical about this 36-hour ceasefire, feeling like it's a ploy by Putin. What are your thoughts about this sort of temporary break?
Hi, Rita. Thank you so much for having me. You see, we have been hearing about so-called ceasefire from Putin for the last 8 years, when he was constantly stopping and resuming killing us at the territories where Russia decided to capture. So it's so cynical and it's so terrifying, because armies that came here to destroy us, to kill us and everything that we love, is saying, okay, we will stop doing that for 36 hours. How are we supposed to even believe this, and how are we supposed to react to that? Our main response to that is get back to Russia, get away from our territory, leave us alone. We did not want you here. Just let us live our life and continue with our sovereign country. And this is what is critical for us. And this is why all Putin's statements are so drastically wrong. We do not believe any of the word that they are saying, and we are going to protect ourselves with all the means that we need. We did not start this war. We did not want it here. Or the main and the key goal that we have is to restore our sovereignty and continue with our peaceful life.
Kira, I remember talking with you in the very early days of this war. It's incredible that now we're approaching, this is the 1-year mark of Russia's invasion on your country. How do you see this ending? Your people have been so courageous in their fight for freedom. It's amazing.
We understand that we are fighting not only for ourselves. We are fighting for democracy to prevail, but also we are fighting for this precedent of one country taking over another country not to happen in 21st century. This is why our goal is to restore our sovereignty and to kick Russian troops from all our territories. And we are going to fight for it, and we are going to win, because right now we see that the world is behind us and we are able to do this. We know it will be hard. We know it will not may happen tomorrow, but we also know that this is our goal. And at the very beginning, when we talked with you, not too many people believe that we are going to survive. I'm honestly surprised that we survived so far. But we also know that our goal is achievable, and we know that we will win.
You know, your president spoke just a little bit ago, and he was essentially saying that he believes that it's now at a very crucial phase, and he thinks that Russia will try to throw everything they can at your people, unfortunately, because they want to try to turn the tide of the war because of the incredible bravery of your people and how you have stayed there in the fight. Here it is, again, almost a year. Are you worried of what is ahead, and what's your message to Putin and the world?
Our message is very simple and clear. It is our land, it is our motherland, and we are going to protect it, if necessary, with our lives. And we know that we will win because the truth is behind us and the whole world is behind us. We are worried that Russia will gather its forces because, again, this is a huge country with 130 million people, and they have the resources to try to destroy us. But it's on all of us and on our allies to make them fail. And this is why we are going to fight.
Well, you have inspired the world. You continue to do it, Kira. And please keep us posted and stay safe, and your people safe there.
Thank
you very much, Kira.
And glory to Ukraine.
Thank you. Glory.